All right, I'm gonna do a video on how to find a marketable or profitable niche. This video actually comes from a comment in the comment section of another video because I was asked, can you make a video on finding a marketable niche with no prior knowledge, skills, or experience? Yes, I can make this video because I at one point had no prior skills, knowledge, or experience, and I eventually learned what I've learned. And so everybody's got this growth curve, remember? And if I'm here and you're just starting out here, if I can give you my knowledge, growth, experience, and skills, then I can push you a little bit closer to where I am without you having to go through all the pitfalls and learn all the failures that I learned. You can just learn it right away. So that's what I'm gonna do, is talk about how to find a niche. Specifically, what is a niche? So instead of, I'll give you an example, right? So for my Jumpers Junction channel, okay, I initially started out as a track and field channel. Now, track and field has quite a few events. I wanted to be specific. So track and field, instead of doing 100-meter dash, hurdles, etc., I started out as just long jump. That's one event out of many. And then I started building a channel based on that one event, which was very specific, very, very specific. Then I expanded to triple jump and then high jump and started adding on other events, all within the umbrella of track and field, within the umbrella of sports, right? Then what I did is I slowly expanded to all of track and field, and then I expanded to outside of track and field to other sports. Because once I started getting feedback and I started growing an audience for my specific audience, then I started getting comments just like the comment that I got that makes this video that says, hey, can you do it on this? So now my audience has told me what they want to see. So now I've got confidence that if I make a video on that, someone's gonna watch it, right? So finding a niche is finding this broad area, say sports, niching down, right? If it's food, then you can niche down to sweets like cakes and cookies and etc. And then you can niche down to just cookies, and you can niche down to just sugar cookies, and then you can niche down even more, right? So finding a very, very specific audience that you can build a real close audience with, that you become the expert in that specific area. Once you become an expert in that specific area, then you can broaden out. And then the idea of what makes it marketable, what can make it profitable. So you need a clear audience is the most important part, because if you don't really know who you're gonna make a video for, then you're destined to fail. You've gotta know, every time I make a video, I try to make it for one specific person. And a lot of times in my videos, you see me talk about you, right? I say you as if you, because you're the person watching this video. If I'm making a video for a random audience, just everyone, and your aunts and uncles and everyone, then the message kind of gets lost, because I'm trying to appeal to children and elderly and people and all over the world, and people who are for sports and people who are for how to make money, and you can't get a clear point. So if I say you, and I'm talking about a 15-year-old male over in India, right? That's very specific. Or if I say a 36-year-old woman who lives in South Dakota who is, looking to create a underwater basket weaving YouTube channel, that's for you. You're the 36-year-old woman in South Dakota who wants to make a basket weaving YouTube channel. It's very specific. So now I'm helping you create your YouTube channel by watching this video. So every time you make a video, always have an individual specific person and get as specific as possible, right? You can write this down. You can actually write down on a piece of paper who your perfect audience is. And I mean write down what gender, all the things, the demographics that you would see in your YouTube studio profile, like where they live, how old are they male or female, what are their interests, right? Write every single thing down. How are they going through life? Are they married? Think about this, and that helps you when you create a video, create a specific video versus just some broad video that's not going to get that appeal. So you got to have that clear audience. It's got to have some kind of demand, right? Because if I make it for that one person in South Dakota who looking at underwater basket weaving, I need to make sure that underwater basket weaving has at least a significant amount of people that want to learn how to make YouTube videos about underwater basket weaving. Otherwise, the video is going to get that one view, but it's not going to get any more. So maybe underwater basket weaving for that person isn't the best thing. Maybe I should do it for someone who's looking to learn how to knit. There's people who knit all over the world. Maybe if I want to get more specific and say a specific type of knitting, I can appeal to a broader audience while still having a clear audience, but how I have higher demand, because you want a significant number of people to view it. Even better is if your audience, right, after you've tapped your audience, your content is interesting enough to those who wouldn't normally be interested. For instance, in my Jumpers Junction channel, I made content about long jump, the long jump somersault, let's say. So I tapped out my long jump audience, people who want to learn about long jump, and I started hitting people who were just interested in track and field, and then I started hitting people who aren't interested in track and field and just interested in sport, and then I started hitting people who don't care about even about sports, but they were like, this is a really interesting video. It had a little bit of controversy to it, and it had an interesting hook, and they were like, wow, now I want to know. I don't know anything about this. I don't care about this, but now I want to know. And then the final thing is it's got to have some form of profitability. And we'll talk about this in just a second, but you need to be able to make money from it, especially if that's what you're trying to do overall. Right? If it's just a passion project, cool. If it's marketable, cool. But if you want to actually make profit of it, then you got to think about the audience, that clear audience and that demand, and think about how you can profit from it. And we'll talk about that in just a second. We're going to come back to that. So think of it as your specialty. Is it bigger to be a big fish in a small pond, small fish in a big pond, or do you want to be somewhere in that sweet spot? I think it's important to start off being a big fish in a small pond. You control basically everything, right? And then eventually you can wiggle your way across the break and then get into a bigger pond or even the ocean. Because I've seen many YouTubers who start off super niche, and next thing you know, they're covering something that's completely not even close to what they started with. But because they built that authority as a subject matter expert, then they were able to all of a sudden come into somewhere else, and they had 1 million subscribers. So now, even though they might not look, whatever this new video is, they branched out, even though they might not look like they're expert in, so they were talking about shoes, and all of a sudden they got 1 million subscribers, and now they started talking from shoes to talking about hairstyle or makeups, but they've got 1 million subscribers, right? That's a significant number. Even though YouTube doesn't handle subscribers like it used to, that is authority, having 1 million subscribers. So now when someone clicks on that video and they say, oh, this person has 1 million views or 1 million subscribers, they must know what they're talking about, even though it's about a different topic. And if that video about this new topic that's maybe broader and has more market appeal takes off, then they can no longer be niche down about that specific shoe. Now they can hit the big picture. So finding a way to become an authority in a super niche market, if you can build up and basically capture or tap into the entire market that you can, that authority can take you and grow in different areas. All right, let's talk about passion. Passion meets project. First off, I think passion is one of the most important reasons to make a YouTube video. You have to be passionate. You have to really want to make the content, because if you don't, you're not going to last, right? It's all about having the longevity. Basically, you got to last, right? And if you're not really interested in the content and you're just doing it for a quick cash grab, then you're going to get burned out so quickly. If it's not something that really you're not going to wake up, you're not going to be sleeping and going, oh, I can make a video about that. Oh, that would be so good. Oh, I can't wait. And you wake up and you get all pumped up, and then and then you start talking to the camera and you're like, look, this is awesome. You can't wait to see this. If you don't care about the topic, then you go, Well, today we're gonna make a video about shoes. And you don't smile with the eyes, you just smile with the mouth. No, you gotta smile with the eyes, right? You gotta be passionate about what you're speaking to, because if you're passionate about what you're speaking to, you, the audience, can see that I care, right? I've learned these things and I love it. I get a high from it, right? It gets my ADHD brain filled with dopamine, and now I can express that dopamine and fill you with dopamine. You gotta really enjoy it. You can get authentic content. You as audience can tell if I'm being fake. You know right away if I'm just doing this as cash grab or gimmick. You know if I care, and you want to see people who care, right? Because you care about your content. So make sure that whatever you're doing, you care about. You really are passionate about it. And if you're not, find a spin on it that will make you interested in it. So if you're making content about a specific topic and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can wake up and make those videos because I get bored, right? What if you have a friend help you? When I get to hang out with your friend, and all of a sudden you can be more excited, right? You can do something different, change the camera angle. We'll talk about that later, about how just changing how you film can actually make it more interesting for you and for your audience. So first off, you gotta have passion. That's super important. The second thing is there's profitability indicators. Okay, this is important because you have to know how you can make money off of your target audience. People are spending money, okay? People spend money. So how do people spend money in your area? Well, the first way on YouTube, and obviously the most basic thing, is if you reach a certain threshold and you're invited into YouTube's partner program, then you can make money off of ad revenue, right? I think I'm probably preaching to the choir here. Everybody, you can probably watch 1,000 videos on this, but if you get a certain number of views, you get people watching that video, right? But if the people watch that video, in each video, they watch for a certain amount of time, then they get what's called watch hours. If you get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, which I think subscribers is pointless nowadays because that's not how YouTube shows your videos out to people anymore. But they get 4,000 watch hours or 1,000 subscribers. And now there's a way actually to do it using shorts. You can actually get accepted with 1,000 subscribers and 10 million shorts views into the partner program. And then you can get monetized making money from ad revenue. If you make money from ad revenue, that means every time someone watches an ad, either all the way through or they don't hit skip, or depending on the type of ad that's shown, you get a cut of that, okay? That's the most simple way. Now, your audience is niche, okay? Say you're not getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views on these videos, but you're making content on a specific topic. Let's say underwater basket weaving. Let's go back to underwater basket weaving. Say there's 1,000 people around the world that want to know about underwater basket weaving, and they will watch every video you put out. So every video gets 1,000 views. Now, these are, say underwater basket weavers are all these super wealthy aristocrat women around the world, all multimillionaires, and that's what they do for their fun, is underwater basket weaving. Okay, but you know there's only 1,000 of them. Now they watch your videos. 1,000 views is not going to make you any money from YouTube partner program. Even if all 1,000 of them subscribed and you are monetized, you're going to make like maybe less than $1, maybe $1 per 1,000 views. Maybe you can make more, but maybe $1, right? $1 per video. That's not going to help. Okay, so $1 ad revenue is not important, but they're really wealthy, right? So you have maybe a channel membership, and every month you charge people $39 a month to be in your channel member. All 1,000 of them subscribe up. So now you've got 1,000 times 39. You've got $39,000 coming in every month because they're signed up for your channel memberships. And channel memberships means you can put out additional content. There's all kinds of features that you can give if they're subscribed that the normal population wouldn't see. And so now you're bringing in additional form of income. Now that's if all 1,000 subscribe. That's 38,000, 39,000, that would be amazing. Is it likely that all those will subscribe? No, right? So maybe it'll be significantly less. Maybe you're bringing in $39 a month. That's great. $390 a month. That's great. If it's $3,900, even more awesome. So you don't have to have all of them subscribe. Okay. Now, say underwater basket weaving is very specific. So what do? Well, there's a specific type of needle that you can use to help weave the basket. I'm making this up. I don't know anything about if it's in real. But say there's a needle that you have to use to weave the basket underwater. Okay? So that needle, yeah, it's made by a couple other places. But what if you say, well, what if I white label this? So what if I find a manufacturer over in, you can find them overseas in China or Bangladesh, etc., or in Mexico, and you can find a supplier that can make that, stamp your name on it. You create an LLC. You call it Weaving Pen. That's your brand, and now you've got that, and you sell it for $70. Okay, this is a super expensive pen. You sell this for $70. Well, all 1,000 people buy it, but say it only lasts a certain amount of time, or say you put each one's got different colors, so people want to buy multiple ones because they want to weave with different colors, whatever it is, right? You all of a sudden create a brand, and you've got an audience that you know is wealthy, you know will buy your products because they adore your kind of content. So now you're building this content, you're now building your product, and you're selling to someone you know will buy it. Now you know it's not going to go crazy, it's super niche, but especially if it's disposable product, then people can consume it, or if it's consumable, right? If it only lasts one time and they have to buy a new one every time, then that's each person buying multiples of these pens. $70 for some kind of basket weaving pen sounds ridiculous, but you get the concept, right? So you create a product associated with whatever content you are. And that's if you're super, super niche. Second profitability indicator is reoccurring demand. So what are things that are reoccurring? I think fitness is a reoccurring. Self-help can be reoccurring. So for instance, if I make video that someone is going to want to come back and watch that same video over and over and over again. My kids love to watch Baby Shark. Baby Shark, great example. Kids have watched it about 100 times. They demand it. That's why it has billions and billions of views. People want to go back and watch it. If you have yoga is a great example for this. Charlie Follows is a YouTuber I follow. I follow Charlie. She does follow along yoga videos. And every morning I pop on a 10 to 20 minute long follow guided yoga video. And I do yoga right here for 20 minutes a day. And it's 20 minutes long, gets me great, and I go along. And sometimes I'll watch that same video over and over and over again. Sometimes I'll watch multiple. She's got hundreds of them. But it's a follow along I can watch every single day. I actually started doing this now with, I created a new channel called Set Theory Fitness. And right now I'm training because me and my brothers are going to go to Hawaii in January, which is a couple months away, and so we're training to see who can get in the best shape. We've challenged ourselves. So I've been training for athletic performance for so long, and so now all of a sudden I've got to train for aesthetics. So I'm no longer training for performance, I'm now training to see if I can look better than my brothers. So who can get the most jacked? So I'm training a specific way. So I said, well, what's going to keep me motivated? I'm going to make a YouTube channel called Set Theory Fitness, where I'm going to record myself doing 20 to 30 minute long videos every single day. And I'm going to post them onto the video. Now, I'm not doing any editing. I don't have time for it. So I'm literally just recording and then posting. But I'm talking through the video. Basically, it's like I'm coaching someone for 20 to 30 minutes. They can do exactly my workouts if they want to. But also it keeps me motivated, because if I'm sitting there and I'm doing, bicep curls and I get to 8 and I said I was going to do 10 when I first started, well then I can't quit. I've got to push myself all the way to 10 because I don't want to say, oh, someone's going to watch this and think I'm weak, right? So it's going to push me a little bit more to get to that pain point, get to failure, and then I can push a little bit further to get past that. So I can make that whole video. I know it's super niche, but it's the same concept, right? Someone could find a video and they're like, I love that routine you did. Because every routine I do is different, right? It's always something new. I make it up. Someone could find one of those videos and go, I love that. And they do it every day, right? Well, hopefully you're not doing, chest workout every day, but every week they do that same workout. So that's reoccurring demand that you can get. Self-help's another one. If you want to, come back to meditation videos, music is another one. Something that's coming back. So where are the people spending their money? How will they spend it on you? And then reoccurring demand. All right. So I'm going to give you an activity. We're going to do a little activity right now. So go ahead and pull out paper, pull out your phone. If your phone's already out, go to Notepad. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to list 3 to 5 topics that you're passionate about. And then we're going to figure out a way to solve them. So 3 to 5 topics that you're passionate about. And I want you to think about all broad spectrum. Now, if you're an avid ChatGPT or Claude or whatever user, if you have a ChatGPT and you're always asking it questions like asking Google questions, you can actually do something else. You can go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, hey, based on everything you know about me, give me 3 to 5 topics that I'm passionate about. And it'll actually tell you based on your search results what it thinks you're passionate about if you just don't want to think it up on the top of your head. But think about what you're passionate about in not just one area. Think about it in broad perspective, right? So I'm passionate about fitness. I'm passionate about helping. What drives me is I get bored if I always think about myself. Whenever I think about like personal gain, I kind of get bored. What gets me motivated is knowing there's not accountability, but there is progress that can be made from someone else and I can have a part in their growth. Knowing that gets me crazy fired up, okay? So I know I'm passionate about helping. I know, but how can I narrow that helping down? Because helping is broad, right? So if I have listed a couple other things that I'm passionate about, maybe I can combine some of those passion to like a super passion. So list that out. Okay, so maybe it's fitness, maybe it's helping, maybe I'm passionate about woodworking. Well, what if you make a channel about helping people get fit by doing woodworking and you show the benefits of how woodworking can get you jacked or whatever it is, right? And you can get, and then all of a sudden you're super niche because nobody else is doing that. Nobody else is doing fitness by chopping wood. Because I saw there's a TikToker, the guy gets out there and he just chops wood, right? He chops wood with his shirt off. And he's super, crushing it because he's this good looking dude just chopping wood with his shirt off. What if you take that and you say, look, I'm going to show you all the different ways you can chop wood. And every day, this is a 30-minute follow-along wood chopping workout. Today, we're just going to chop wood and you're going to get jacked from it. You can get niche in all these different areas if you're just thinking about how you can get niche down and then combine different aspects. It's going to get you passionate. All right, so now you've got where you are passionate. If you love fitness, think about things like postpartum fitness, home workouts for busy professionals. Like for me, I only have 20 to 30 minutes a day to work out on my lunch break. So say you have an hour, okay? If you have an hour, you're spending 15 minutes to get to the gym and get changed, and then 15 minutes to get back home, then you've only got 30 minutes to actually work out. So you get your whole workout in 30 minutes, right? Now, say you're working out after work and you've got a lot more time, then you can hit those 45-minute, hour-long workouts. I don't have that. Sometimes I've only got 15 minutes to work out. I've got to get a warm-up in and I've got to get a killer workout in as quick as possible because say I only have 30-minute lunch. I've got to get in here, boom, hit it, and then get out. So if you find someone else, if that's your struggle, I know my struggle is I have 30 minutes to work out total. I know somebody else has probably got that same struggle, right? I only have 30 minutes. I know you probably only have 30 minutes. So I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna take 3 minutes to change. I'm gonna hit my workout for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get changed and get back to work. Boom, I can get it. Someone else probably got that struggle. They can then do my YouTube videos as follow-on workouts to keep them on time track, right? Because they know they only have so much time. So find that niche, find your profit, your passion, how you can blend that passion with profit. Now, once you get an idea or concept, then you have to kind of research what's already out there, look at competition, and then validate your ideas. So here's a few ideas or concepts or just things. Things are written down. If I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at things. So I've watched a couple of videos of people showing me all these different softwares that you pay monthly, and they tell you about the analytics of stuff, and I think most of that's pretty BS. It's kind of a cash grab. Honestly, the best way to look for competition is go to not Google, but YouTube. Go to YouTube, because if you're trying to make a YouTube channel, right? If you're trying to make a TikTok, go to TikTok. But go to YouTube, and then maybe go to ChatGPT first. Type in what your search would be if you're going to make a video. If you're trying to find your channel, type in what your search would be in ChatGPT, and then ask ChatGPT, give me like 30 searches that be associated with this. And then go in and just go to YouTube and then just start typing that in. And don't even finish it. As you're typing it in, YouTube will give you suggestions. Like, it'll try to answer your question before you even finish it, right? So it'll say, underwater, and it'll say welding. It'll say underwater swimming, etc., etc. And then you type in baths, and it'll be like basket weaving, and then you can click on that, right? Or maybe it'll say underwater basket weaving techniques, or underwater basket weaving skills, or underwater basket weaving reveal, whatever it is. And so you can kind of go in there and just start going to different things. And then the way I do it is I build a curated, like when I make a new channel, I build a curated account for that. So for instance, my formerly broke, I will only, so this channel, I go consume content versus create content, and I only consume content in a specific topic. So I don't go watch funny cat videos, I don't go watch videos about track and field, I don't go watch videos about anything other than videos about how to make YouTube videos, about how to things that are specific to the content I'm making. That way, all my suggestion bars are the type of content that I'm trying to make, and I can see my competitors more or less, and then I can subscribe to them and roughly get a rough count of who's making what, how are they making it, and then I can find how am I different, how do I stand out, or how can I stand out. I know I got a brief pause here. Just hang with me. All right, here's what I was going to say. I talked earlier about camera angles. I wanted to give you, this is more conceptual, and you can maybe hopefully think of a way to apply this, but say someone makes content already about underwater basket weaving. We're really diving into underwater basket weaving here. They already make content about it, okay? And they do this. They're standing here talking to you like this, like they're talking, and maybe they'll show a basket or they'll be underwater. Your content, the way it's different, is you have an underwater camera, and you always show underwater you doing it like a split screen. Always you're doing it underwater. It's a step-by-step tutorial of doing it underwater. So instead of just talking about it above water, you're actually doing it underwater. Or your type of content is a POV. So it's not you here, it's always you strap a camera to your chest or to your head, or GoPro there, and it's always you weaving and showing how to do it above water, underwater, whatever it is. So you found a different angle. That angle right there is what makes you unique. People want whatever that unique perspective is. If, for instance, another way, this is a great example. This content right here, right? This is very simple. I'm a white dude, okay? Very only different could be if I was a different skin color, certain people would resonate with that. That is already makes it unique. So it doesn't even have to be something crazy. If you look at your space and you say, hey, there's no black people talking about this type of content, boom, that already is a unique layer that you could take. Say another thing is, I saw this guy who does ab workouts, okay? And he does 7-minute follow along ab workouts. There's 1,000 people, probably hundreds of thousands of people that do this and that have done it. What made him unique is he traveled around the world, and right in front of the pyramids in Egypt, he would lay down a yoga mat, set up a tripod camera, and he would just do 7-minute abs, follow along abs. Then he'd go to Paris, France, and he's sitting there in front of the big diamond pyramid in the Louvre, puts his yoga mat down and goes 10-minute abs. That's simple, right? But it's unique, and that's super cool, right? I'd be like, hey, I want to watch, abs in front of the Eiffel Tower today. It's unique, and so it's not even the type of ab workout. It's no better or different than anybody else's. It's just that unique angle. So someone's personality, whatever it is, could be the unique niche that's not tapped yet. So find what's missing and then think about how you can stand out. Go to YouTube, search in what you can find, just deep dive, right? Spend a day and just literally hit suggested. Go to the comments, read people's comments, and then see if there's a lack. If someone's always talking, if the comment section is always talking about specific things and they're not being addressed, well, maybe that's your area. Maybe that's your angle. Go to other social medias. You can search through them, see what other people are doing on, say there's people on TikTok that have a unique angle, but you can't find anyone on YouTube who has that angle, but it's working really well on TikTok. If nobody's done it on YouTube, well, then it already tells you maybe the audience is there. Can you tap into that unique angle, right? Friend, you don't need an example. You get the idea or concept. Light just went off, so now I'm losing. So that's also a signal that it's time to wrap this video up. So now I talked about testing the niche. This is the last bit, okay? How to test it to see if it actually works. Create content. Just start creating. Make 5 videos, okay? 5 videos before you post any of them. 5 videos in a row. Then, over the course of about 1 to 2 weeks, every 3 days or so, post those videos. All right. Now, I would always post all 3 videos, the first 3 videos at the same time. So you don't post one video and then wait, because YouTube wants to see that you already have content to kind of give your channel some authority. So I would post your first 3 videos all at once, and then you post every video after that, the next 2 videos about 3 days apart, just to kind of give your channel some base. Then you've tested it with 5 videos. Now, you're not with 5 videos. It's really, really hard unless the videos are incredible and was best thumbnail ever. If it's a new channel, it's really difficult to grow. Yes, you see people on there that goes, I made a video hit 100. I went viral on my first video with only 1 video. It's more or less. It's almost impossible to do it. So don't let that be your standard. Your standard is, I need to get 5 videos to see if I can get a comment and get some comments. And then those comments will give you that motivation to start. Now, if people like it, they'll engage with it. And you can start tracking the views, clicks, interactions, etc. But then also test the different variables. So test long form, test shorts, and see if your type of content resonates with short form versus long form content. See if you can blend the two and kind of merge the two. But I would have 5, before you quit on your channel, try to get 5 videos, long form videos, and 5 shorts. If you choose to have shorts and long form on your channel, try to get 5 of each before you give up. If it doesn't work at all after 5, and you want to pivot, you want to do something else. But always test. Some people say 3, but I think 3 is not enough. I think you need a little more validity. And also, if you let it wait too long, like for instance, I haven't posted in a few weeks. I recorded some videos, but I haven't posted in a few weeks from this channel. So I just started. I went hard for like, 2 weeks. Something happened, and I couldn't post for 2 weeks. It's almost been 3 weeks. I haven't been able to post to this channel. So that's a gap. So people are like, oh, he started making this and he's quit. He's not doing it anymore. So another way to do it is just every so often come back and post a video. Nothing says that your channel has to be dead. If you lose interest, stop making videos for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then like 3 years from now, you're like, oh yeah, I have that channel. I haven't made a video on it, but what if I did? And then you just post another video and all of a sudden it works. Well then boom. Or you get passionate about something, you can start over again and maybe your perspective is different. So just give yourself a chance to fail, right? Because you don't know if you'll fail until you actually do. So let yourself have that opportunity to fail by starting. I wish you the best. Good luck on your niche. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to do underwater basket weaving, or if you have any specific niches or anything you want to talk about, anything you want me to make. That's the best way for me to make new content, is you give me feedback in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.